During the design process, you may wish to create a pipe pressure loss report to analyze your piping systems. To create a pipe pressure loss report, on the Analyze ribbon, in the Reports and Schedules panel, select Pipe Pressure Loss Report. Revit displays the Pipe Pressure Loss Report System Selector dialog. Here, you can simply select which piping system you want to create a report for. A report will be generated for each system that is checked. You can use the buttons at the bottom to select all, select none, or invert selection. Or you can click the System Type Filter button to filter the systems by system type, such as domestic cold water, domestic hot water, hydronic return, or hydronic supply. I'll click Cancel to close this dialog since there are only 2 systems in the current project. With both checked, I'll click OK. Then Revit displays the Pipe Pressure Loss Report Settings dialog. On the left, you can see a list of available fields that can be added to the report. On the right is the list of report fields. As you can see, there are already several parameters added to the report fields list. Also note that the order of the list affects the order in which these parameters will display in the report. If you wish to add additional parameters, simply highlight the parameter in the Available Fields list and click Add. You can use the Control and Shift keys to select multiple parameters at once. To remove a parameter from the Report Fields list, simply select it and click Remove. You can control the order of the parameters in the list by using the Move Up and Move Down buttons. Additionally, there are several settings at the bottom. You can choose whether or not to display system information, display critical path, display detail information of straight segment by sections, display fitting and accessory loss coefficient summary by sections, and open the pressure loss report directly after it's created. I will leave each one of these settings selected. Realize that there are also settings buttons next to 2 of the settings. I'll click the first one to display the Straight Segment Settings dialog. Here, you can control the parameters that will be used in the report for straight pipe segments. Once again, there is an Available Fields list and a Report Fields list. You can add and remove parameters just like you can in the previous dialog. Since there are already several parameters added to the Report Fields list, I'll click OK to close the dialog. The Next Settings button opens the Fitting and Accessory Loss Settings dialog. Once again, you can control which parameters are added to the report. I'll click OK to close this dialog. Once all of the available settings are specified, you can create a report format by clicking the Save button at the top. Then you can quickly use these same settings later by selecting the format from the Report Format drop-down. I'll click Save. In the Format Name field, I'll type Pipe Pressure Loss Report, and then click OK. Finally, to create the report, click Generate. Revit then displays the Save As dialog, and you can navigate to the folder where you want to save the report and give the file a name. Also, pay attention to the Save As type drop-down. You can choose to save the report as an HTML file or CSV file. I will choose HTML and then name the file Pipe Pressure Loss Report. Once I have the file name, I'll click Save. Revit then begins to generate the report. Once it is complete, the report opens. At the top, you can see the report name along with the project information. Below that, you can see the name of the first piping system. The first table lists the system information. Moving down the report, you can see the total pressure loss calculations by sections. Notice that each parameter that appeared in the report fields list is now a column header. Also, at the bottom of the table, you can see the critical path and total pressure loss in the system. Continuing on, the next is detailed information of straight segment bisections, and the last table is the fitting and accessory loss coefficient summary by sections. After that, the same tables appear for the other piping systems. As you can see, the pipe pressure loss report contains some valuable information that can help you analyze your piping systems.